Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This week we'll be diving into part 2 of the Sniffer tutorial. If you guys haven't seen part 1, I'll go ahead and leave a link in the description box below so you can check out that video. Let's get started. I started by guesstimating a size of fabric for the body and ladder stitching it to the armature. Be sure when you're cutting the faux fur to only cut the fabric and not the fur with the fabric, so that you can reduce the chance of losing hair. Next, I started flocking the fur for the face. I did this by cutting out pieces of faux fur, going in the same direction, gluing them to the face with hot glue, and layering them accordingly. You can use fabric glue as well, but if you're in a pinch, hot glue worked fine for me, but you just need to be careful not to have the glue exposed, or else you can deal with hard chunks of glue within the fur. So just be careful when using hot glue. And it was at this point that I wanted to go more game accurate with the eyes, so I made some eyelids with some epoxy sculpt around some black eyes that I already had, and then glued them over the original eyes. Similar to the body, I cut a piece of fabric and ladder stitched it around each one of the Sniffer's legs. I then went back to edit the Sniffer's ears since they were a bit small in my opinion, by removing the original clay ears and stitching some faux fur pieces together. After sewing both pieces, I ladder stitched them to the head. After putting some stuffing on his back, I ladder stitched a brown shaggy fur to the back. I liked how this fur looked by having different layers with some black in there. That way when I airbrush it, it won't be a solid green, it'll have some layers of different colors, so it looks a little more natural. Alrighty guys, now it is time for the airbrush. If you use pre-dyed first, you can skip this step, but otherwise, let's do some graffiti on this guy. I painted the entire body with a red paint, with the exception of the back. Now I tried my best to leave no areas of white, which is not always easy. I recommend to continuously brush the painted fur with a pet brush to prevent the paint from caking. I think the most nerve-wracking part of this project was painting the green around the beak, but it did work out. Though I did get some green on the beak itself, I left what I couldn't remove because I thought it gave it a cooler look. Almost like if you had some moss growth on the beak, it kind of goes along with the character. Beware that these colors don't mix well. Green will turn to brown very quickly when mixed with red. I was okay with a little bit of this mixture since I wanted to give the fur more depth, but I just thought I'd put that out there. That green and red definitely don't mix together, so be careful when you're airbrushing this guy. Alright, after airbrushing, it's time to add some fake leaves to the back. I simply cut a small enough hole so that the stem can fit in. I then grabbed each stem, add a little bit of hot glue to it, and pressed both sides of the fabric together against the stem. I continued to layer the leaves until I got a desired result. Feel free to get creative on this step, adding flowers, little branches, perhaps even some real moss. The possibilities are endless here. about it. Let's take a look at the final result.